If you've been watching Riv4lries on Netflix, you know it's not just another teen drama. This Italian series really digs deep into what it's like navigating middle school in Pisa, where everything from popularity to social status can make or break your entire experience. Created by Simona Ercolani, the show tackles some pretty heavy themes, like the complicated relationship between adults and young people, student ambitions, and of course, teenage romance. The insider vs. outsider dynamic. At the heart of the story is Montalcini Middle School, where students literally divide themselves into two groups, the insiders and the outsiders. Your popularity and social standing basically determine which side you're on. Things get even more intense when Terry shows up as the new student and immediately sparks a rivalry with the insiders. But what makes this show special is how it explores the students' journey to break down these social barriers and actually come together. It's a really touching look at friendship and all those insecurities we deal with when we're young. Terry and Claudio's relationship. Terry and Claudio develop this incredibly complex relationship throughout the season. She's an outsider, he's an insider, but despite being loyal to completely different groups, they grow closer and build this genuine emotional connection. Eventually, the whole concept of division at school gets to Terry, and she reaches a breaking point. She actually leaves and goes back to Rome. But here's the thing. She realizes pretty quickly that her real friends and her real love are back in Pisa. The season wraps up with this super emotional reunion between Claudio and Terry that honestly had everyone in their feelings. Season 2 release date speculation. Now, here's what everyone wants to know. Is there going to be a Season 2? Officially, there haven't been any announcements yet about the show getting renewed. But if Netflix does greenlight it soon, we could realistically be looking at a release sometime in the latter half of 2026. Obviously, fans are dying to see what happens next with the insiders and outsiders after that massive student rebellion. What Season 2 could explore the aftermath. So let's talk about what Season 2 could actually cover. Season 1 ends with two huge moments, Claudio and Terry's emotional reunion, and this successful student rebellion against the wall that literally divides Montalcini's Middle School from its high school. These events honestly set things up perfectly for another season. You've got Dario, Luca, Alessio, Sabrina, Paolo, and all the others finally uniting at just the right moment. They work together to protest against the social division that the school has been enforcing. And even though they all belong to different groups, they start to realize that their fates as classmates are actually intertwined. One of the biggest surprises? After the protest, the school management actually pardons Claudio and Terry. The Wally couple gets commended for their bravery, along with all the other students who finally had the courage to speak up about their true feelings. Season 2 could pick up right where the finale left off and continue the story of the insiders and the outsiders. The big question is, does this division actually continue, or is it finally over? We'd probably see characters dealing with the aftermath of the protest, especially when it comes to school unity. Unresolved character dynamics. There's also some seriously unresolved tension between characters. Luca still has romantic feelings for Sabrina, which caused all these misunderstandings between him and his brother Dario. We could definitely see how their relationship changes after everything that went down in the finale. Even though they've tried to reconcile, there could be some new dynamics between the two brothers. So yeah, the show has plenty of new and intriguing storylines to explore. Returning cast members. The whole series really revolves around these unique and challenging emotional dynamics between its characters. Claudio and Terry are obviously at the core, but their characters are enhanced by everyone else in the two main groups. The cast, representing both the insiders and outsiders, really captures the essence of the story with their nuanced performances. If the show gets renewed for Season 2, we can pretty much expect most of the main cast to come back. Naturally, that would include Kartika Malavasi as Terry, who's one of the main characters, along with Samuele Carino as Claudio, and Edoardo Mulli as Dario, who also have major roles. More returning cast. If the story continues, we'd probably see Lorenzo Cheme returning as Luca, Eugenia Cableri as Sabrina, and Melissa Di Pasca as Marzia, all diving into some pretty complex character arcs. Fans can also expect Joseph Figueroa as Alessio, Duccio Orlando as Paolo, and Andrea Aru as Pietro to return for a new season to portray their unique roles. Potential new characters. But here's what could make things really interesting. Season 2 might introduce brand new characters. Think about it. New students at Montalcini who could challenge the whole system and counter the viewpoints of the two main groups. That could shake things up in a major way. The show's uncertain future. Right now, Riv4lries is kind of in a precarious position. The main issue is that there haven't been any updates about a potential renewal. Even though Season 1 wrapped up the main storylines, there's still so much room to explore how the characters' relationships evolve, especially as they prepare to enter high school. If the show ends after just one season, it would honestly be a missed opportunity. We'd never get to see how Terry and Claudio's relationship develops further, or how their dynamics with their group members change over time. There are so many characters whose arcs could get way more interesting if the story continues, especially Luca, Sabrina, and Paolo, who each face their own unique challenges. The wall storyline. One of the biggest unresolved issues from Season 1 is the whole wall plot. Here's the thing, despite all the students protesting against it, the wall is still standing tall, literally dividing the school in two. Season 2 could really dig into this and show how the students actually forced the school administration to tear down the wall and complete the reunion between the two sections of the school. Potential romantic storylines. The relationship between Sabrina and Luca would definitely be an intriguing addition to the story. And honestly, Marzia's romantic experiences could add another compelling layer to everything. To sum it all up, Season 1 has introduced so many interesting character arcs and plot points that could provide an amazing foundation for a potential Season 2 of Riv4lries. The groundwork is there, the characters are developed, and there are still plenty of stories left to tell. We're just waiting to see if Netflix gives it the green light. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more TV show updates and theories. Let me know in the comments, do you think Riv4lries deserves a Season 2? What storylines do you want to see explored? I'll catch you in the next one.